Electricast.
Hello and welcome to Abracadabra, Create What You Speak. I'm iLan Azoulai, your host, a spiritual mentor and a sound therapist. This is an empowerment program with guests from all over the world who will share their light and their gifts of art, knowledge and wisdom to inspire you to be the best version of yourself. Hello, welcome to Abracadabra. I get my glass. Welcome to Abracadabra, Create What You Speak. I'm iLan Azoulai, and I have a wonderful guest today. I have Ariana Miri.
I am Ariana Miri. We don't know each other.
I don't
at
know
all.
you at all. I don't know you at all.
I
just met her on the street.
My life. Yeah.
I just met her on the street and I asked her, "Do you want to be my daughter?" And she said, "Yes. Why not?"
Why not?
So, I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're here, baby.
Me too.
And we have a kind of a unique program. You know, this is an empowerment program to empower everybody to be the best version of ourselves. And many times, being the best, if not all the time, being the best version of ourselves is by mirroring through other people or through other good causes.
Yeah.
And we are here at the LA Zoo because, you know, and this is really empowering. You know, as a kid, I grew up in Tel Aviv, and there was a small zoo behind the city hall, and I was excited to go to the zoo because I wanted to see the animals, especially the monkeys. Right?
Yeah.
But we're indoctrinated.
Mm-hmm.
We're indoctrinated in the zoo or constructs or any of those things.
Yeah.
And you know, you helped a lot in raising my awareness more and more since you were 9 years old. And you know, today you're like, what, 18 years later? 17 years later? So Ariana Miri is a wonderful singer, wonderful musician, and she's an animal rights activist. Just a rights activist, because I think anything rights, she's activist about.
Oh, preach me.
I just came up with that.
That was good. Write it down. Someone write it down.
So tell us, Ariana, we are here in front of the LA Zoo. Tell her I came here today, and you came here today.
You.
Tell me what are we doing here? What's going on?
Yeah, so really good point. We're here. There's a group of activists who come every Sunday to, like this, that come every Sunday to protest the LA Zoo. But more specifically, there are two elephants here, Billy and Tina, and we protest for the release to sanctuary. There are animal sanctuaries who are already willing to take them, and these activists have been out here for more than a year protesting every Sunday, and they've still not released them to sanctuaries.
They're making money for them.
Exactly. So that's the thing, is like, people who come to the zoo, like you, we usually come because we love animals and we want to see the animals.
It's true. We don't think beyond. We were indoctrinated not to think about this.
Yes.
You know, it's okay. It's just like other stuff in society where we're indoctrinated to think this or to accept that or to follow certain rules. But this is very important.
Exactly. So it's like normalized in a sense. I remember coming to the zoo when I was a kid. Probably, I think it was this zoo or the San Diego Zoo.
Not with me.
My mom took me in, and we just think. We don't think beyond like, oh, this is like a show. This is like a novelty for us. And we get to see the animals, but we don't think beyond of how did they get here? Do they want to be here? Like Billy the elephant, he was taken, we were talking about this.
Yeah, we're talking about this. So he was 4 years old when he was taken from where?
From Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah, and elephants don't forget. From his habitat, from his family, from his habitat. 4 years old, and elephants do not forget. And he's been here for 30 plus years.
Wow.
Imagine, the thing is, okay, so elephants can walk up to like 12 miles a day, right? Billy can walk back and forth in his enclosure in 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. So he has to turn around every time.
Yes. And so, like, I know when I get sick, I'm like, and I'm at home for 2 days. I'm like,
That's right.
get me out of
When,
here,
when we
right?
are sick and we're staying home, we're
Yeah.
just dying to get out of the house.
Yes.
We're just dying to just get out of that enclosure and to go fresh air.
Mhm.
And that, and so that's
Yeah, you put yourself.
wow.
He
That's,
doesn't get to. So you'll see if you see videos or you look at if you were to go in, often they're like bobbing their head or like swaying back and forth, which is something called zoochosis. It's like a psychological.
Zoochosis?
Yeah, it's like a psychological mental disorder. It's like
Wow.
So yeah. So for over a year, people have been coming here to protest to release them to sanctuary where they can walk and have an open range, and they're not going to be gawked at. They're not, it's for the animals. It's not for money or to be looked at. This is a business, right?
This is a business, and like you said in earlier in the in the pre-song before you sang, and we're going to play one of your songs that you sang here.
Mhm.
Everybody who comes here loves animals.
Yeah.
Everybody who comes here loves animals. It's the misconstrued concept of why we're coming.
Right.
It's like with other animals or with children. I mean, think
Right.
about abducted children. I'm dealing in my documentary making about sex trafficking and kids that are being trafficked and so. I mean, we are more connected to kids, and many people are more advocate for kids because it's humans.
Right. That's a good
But
point.
but animals are the same, and this brings it to a different point that I wanted to talk to you about our culture of meat eating.
Yes. Okay.
But before that, I was at the here in California at the sanctuary,
Yeah.
and cows. From what I learned, also from the Freedom Farm in Israel, Adit from the Freedom Farm, they're doing a wonderful. They have a docu-series about this Freedom Farm in Israel where they're actually saving animals from different atrocities and killings, and they're just like reuniting families and stuff like that. So I learned that cows usually we get to see a normal cow, a certain height, because by the age of 5 they kill them. Right, because they're either not good for milk anymore, and then they right.
Yeah.
But when I was at the Freedom Farm, they let a cow continue to grow. Let me tell you, that cow was bigger than a bull.
Oh my God, so
It was so majestic. It was like to look at this cow and to sit and pet the cow and just touch the cow. It was just like so. They love music.
They
love music. I took the guitar and I played. It was like wow. This is like also in Israel. I went and a bunch of cows came, so I think I got a little scared. But they were like they love music.
They're
They
so
love
curious.
music.
Yes. Yes. They love music. They love sounds. Like there's the Gentle Barn in LA, and they will have sound baths.
Oh wow.
And music for the animals.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah, I'll
That'd be
get you.
fun.
Oh,
you got me on that. I'll do sound bath.
Oh
for the
yeah,
animals.
let you know.
Oh, that's fun.
Right? So good. Like they react to frequencies in the same way that we do. Like we look very different from them, but that doesn't mean that there's a disconnect.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Really cool, right? Yeah. So
that brings to, okay. Somebody posted a video, right? And they showed a monkey, like an indigenous person or a person of a tribe somewhere in Africa or wherever that is, that they're used to. Oh, there's a little squirrel. Want to take a shot here? Yeah.
Come say hi.
Come say hi. Anyway, it is lost. He lost the parking space. All right.
Okay.
It's just hot today with no purpose. So if we were in the desert or in nature, but we're here.
We're just at the LA holding facility, and it's hot.
So somebody posted an indigenous person, a native, eating a monkey, like a dead monkey already skewered, right?
Right.
And when I saw that, and you could see the head and everything.
Yeah,
and the guy
it still looked like a monkey.
Like a monkey, because you could see, and the native was dressed just with
right,
just like a rag to his drawings or whatever, and that's it. And you're sitting and eating. And it came to, and it was, to me, it was appalling. Now the question is, I'm not vegan. I eat meat, but the thing is that I eat it on a plate. I eat it already desensitized.
Right.
You know, it's not. I don't see it like right there. You know, I don't see it in front of my face. I don't see the actual eating or of the animal in front of my face. Now, there is a cycle of life. I mean, we eat animals, other animals eat animals.
Right.
And, you know, I don't support, of course, hunting just for hunting, but this is desensitization, the fact that we're eating on a plate.
Right.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. So, and with the cycle of life, it's like we're 2024, right? So we have the option to go to a grocery store and pick out what we buy, right? Like it's not a need or a survival, right?
You know, everybody could, like for example, if I eat meat every once in a while, there is a different feeling that I feel just because of what's in it. You know,
Right.
I've tried going like the vegan or veggie stuff, and I always get bloated. And
So
you know,
that's the thing, is it depends on what you're eating, right? Like the thing is, sometimes, like when I first went vegan, I like, we're not used to that amount of fiber because when we live in the US and it's such a like meat and like dairy and like all the process.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like your body is also alkalizing. It needs to get used to all of these plants and used to all the grains and whatever.
So you're saying in the beginning, it was hard for you to adjust to this vegan food?
Yes, but it's also because I was doing it improperly. I was following a mainly fruit diet because I thought that's what was best and whatever. I wasn't educated. So, but there are people, like there's this thing called Challenge 22 where you're assigned for free for 22 days. There's a nutritionist that you can talk to.
Okay.
And they have recipes, and so it's like someone's helping you along the way. I was like a kid on YouTube.
9 years old. I thought it was a passing phenomenon.
He did, yeah. Thank you for indulging in it. So, here we are. I mean, you know, So, but I kept going because the thing is, veganism is about the animals. It's not about the health, and it's not about the planet as much as those are benefits from it. Veganism, the definition of veganism, is to be fighting for, or like to cause as least harm as possible to animals.
Oh, that's interesting, because many times when I speak to vegans, also in Israel,
Yeah.
they say, "Oh no, but we're eating because it's more healthy, it's more this," and I'm like, you know, I don't know about this, you know, because we can't really process like certain breads that are having whole grain bread. We can't process whole grain breads, you know.
Right. So the thing is, yes, health benefits you can get, and yes, it's great for the planet. But the thing is, it's for the animals. It's a movement for the animals.
So it's more. So the veganism started as a movement for the animals.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so usually, yes, right. And so if you hear the word plant-based, that's more like a diet aspect. That's more usually like.
I see.
But people mix them up, so it's like very much like muddy.
I see. It's muddled.
Right.
Muddled. Oh, interesting.
So, like you were saying, with seeing an animal on the plate, we don't see that, right? If we make the connection of like, oh, that's a being, even if it was a dog or a monkey, and we're like, oh, that was a dog or a monkey, that's more likely to keep us vegan rather than, oh, I'm doing this for my health. Because if it's for your health or the planet, it's like, but Mondays I can eat meat. Or like, it's okay if I slip up this one time. But if you see them as individuals, it's like, I'll just eat this dead animal one time. I'll just support the killing of this animal one time.
You know, it's. I mean, growing up in Israel, you know, it's Israel. From a report that I read several years ago, I don't know if it's still active, it's still valid. Yeah. Israel was #1 in the world per capita meat consumer.
Oh, really?
Per capita, right? So they were like the #1. So it was very. I remember as a kid, my dad used to bring. We talked about this. My dad used to bring. Saba used to bring all kind of parts of the cow. You know, tongue and the bone and the marrow that you eat from the bone. I mean, and growing up, you know, it wasn't to me a disgusting thing because I was growing up into it. My mom, when she would clean the chicken or pluck the chicken, at that time you would buy the chicken whole, dead but whole, and then told me, oh, this they call the intestine. This you eat, this you don't eat, this you do, this you throw, this you do, this you cook, like this. It was desensitized. It wasn't something like, oh, you don't eat that. But so it was quite, it was quite a normal thing. It was a normal. And over the years, and of course because of you, it's just more conscious. So to say that I don't think about an animal when I take a bite of meat, that's not true. But I don't know. I mean, I don't eat meat every day, but I'm like, it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's the animals, right, that keep you
I see.
on track, right? Because the thing of like, if I don't eat animals all the time, right? That thing, it's like in a health aspect or an environmental
Not
aspect.
you. You're quoting me.
Right.
Okay.
Not me. Okay. And then, like with those things, with the environment and the world, and it's like, well, I don't eat animals every day. It's like it can be seen as a good thing because it's like you're doing your part, you're doing as much as you think you can. But then if you see them as animals, like it's like we'll replace it with like a dog or a cat or a monkey. It's like, well, I don't eat dogs or cats every day, or I don't eat monkeys every day, right? So it's like if you change the perspective to the lens of the victim, it's like if you were in their shoes, how would you feel hearing someone say, well, I don't eat you every day, just like once in a while, right? Like to
once
them,
in a while, go hunt for humans.
Exactly. Yeah. For them,
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's never late to learn.
It's never too late to learn.
Late to learn.
I'm still learning.
Never late to learn.
And you're open-minded, which is really, I feel like, hard nowadays because people are very closed off. You know?
I guess. I mean, there's so many things that are going on, and propaganda and mind control. I mean, we're already in World War III. Yeah. World War III is a war on our consciousness. Yeah. Everywhere we look around, it's trying to capture our consciousness, to control us. Whether it is the COVID crap, whether it is this, whether it is don't go out, don't come here. Right. Now there is a new disease. Take this vaccine, which is not a vaccine. Just like one thing after the other, mind control, conscious control. Keep people in fear.
Yes.
Keep people in fear. You know why? Because fear debilitates. And fear stops you from thinking out of the box. When you are in fear, you're thinking scarcity, you're thinking within the box. And you're not open up. Let me think, let me explore, let me be creative. When I say they, it's 0.1% that are running this entire show. And politicians are put here so we get a sense, a feeling that we have a freedom of choice. It's just a sense. But this is great. Right. This is great, darling. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy. And this is great. So I want to play a song that you played. If you want to talk about that song, and then I'll play it.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. The first one.
The first one. Yours.
Okay.
That's the one. Yeah.
So I wrote a song. And I wrote it after seeing a video of a pig on a transport truck on the way to the slaughterhouse. Just like their nose trying to get a little bit of air and just, it's like, it's very sad. Like the last few moments of some kind of something. So I wrote this song. It was the first time I played it today, so that was, it was a little scary, I'm not gonna lie. But thank you for coming, to my dad for coming. So it's my one animal rights song so far, so that's why I played it. And it's called Do I Not Matter?
Do I Not Matter?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. There you go.
Oh.
Just a baby who dreamed of this existence. Sounds and passing visions of things unknown. screams. Do I not matter? Miles away in my head, taken by time, not by their hands, treated like the dead, like I'm already dead. Morally gray and oh so okay with it. Even death at the door is biding his time and biting his tongue. He can reap what they sow. A death diet overflow. Sunlight streams, water patters, painful screams. Do I not matter? Miles away in my head, taken by time, not by their hands, treated like the dead, like I'm already dead. Thank you. We're out here today for Billy and Tina the elephant. We are hoping to get LA Zoo to release them to sanctuary. We have sanctuaries ready to take the elephants. In case you're just walking into the LA Zoo, it is a prison for animals. We have information on sanctuaries that you can go to instead today to teach your family, your friends about compassion and helping animals instead of supporting a place that is profiting off of you and imprisoning animals.
Yeah.
It's watermelon.
Wow. Thank you, baby. This is really great. Elephant is proud of you. He just doesn't know it yet.
I know, I wish, but I can't wait till we get to look back. I believe they will be sent to sanctuary. We'll get to look back.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, baby. Thank you, and thank you for joining us in supporting.
Yes, I saw Leah was here.
Yeah, Leah.
Thank you, Leah.
Thank you, Leah, and thank you for supporting everything that is good and everything that is right and just.
Yeah.
And this is Abracadabra, Ariana Miri.
Hello, this is iLan Azoulai.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. I need my eyes to close the thing.